There is Brock Lesnar getting ready for a huge main event here tonight. Hold on a minute, is that Batista there? That's his opponent for tonight. I don't even think he notices. Hold on a minute, Brock's about to... Oh no, Batista from behind. Come on, Batista. There's no reason to be doing this now. He's ruining a tremendous scheduled main event here tonight on Monday Night Raw. It's supposed to be Batista and Brock Lesnar, and I don't even think Lesnar is going to be able to even make it there. Is right now Batista... Oh, no. Batista, don't do this. Batista, no. Batista, oh my God. Batista with a Batista bomb through the table. Oh my God, come on, Batista. Oh no, not again. Batista, don't do this. You're ruining a main event. Come on now. Batista, don't. Not again, Batista. Batista bomb to Lesnar. You've proven your point. Oh no, now he's looking for another one? You gotta be kidding me right now. Oh, he just wants more of Lesnar. He just wants more of Brock Lesnar. Oh my God. Lesnar bouncing is getting his head bounced off that television we have in the back there, as Batista obviously just gonna walk out of here knowing that he got the job done. And this is what a way to open up Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Monday Night Raw. We had scheduled a huge main event between Batista and Brock Lesnar, and due to what we just saw backstage, that will not be happening, but we will have another main event in store for you instead of that tremendous main event, as we are in Anchorage, Alaska. A lot of stuff in store, so make sure you guys stay tuned here to Monday Night Raw. Kicking us off here tonight will be The Bar's Cesaro. He will be taking on Jason Jordan one-on-one here tonight, as we get a little taste of what's to come at this year's SummerSlam, as it will be The Bar defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against American Alpha. American Alpha earned that opportunity last week by defeating the Hardy Boys in the finals of the Raw Tag Team Tournament. It was a hellacious road, but American Alpha were somehow able to outlast the legendary team of the Hardy Boys. As here they are, Cesaro and Sheamus, going to be able to scout American Alpha here tonight in singles action. And next week it will be in vice versa, as it will be Sheamus taking on Chad Gable next week. It's a little bit of singles action between both teams. And like we mentioned earlier, we were supposed to have a huge main event, Beast versus Animal, Batista versus Brock Lesnar in the main event of Monday Night Raw. But unfortunately that didn't happen. Brock Lesnar was getting he was backstage working out, getting ready for his possible match later on tonight. And that's when Batista would come out from the hallway, come into the locker room area, and attack Brock Lesnar, put him through a table, and even hit him through, Batista bomb him, and then just bounce his head off one of the television monitors in the locker room. So it's very, very unfortunate what happened. We'll have to get some medical updates for you, hopefully, sometime tonight. As here comes the American Alpha, the #1 contenders for The Bar. This should be a pretty good tag team match in the future at SummerSlam. I mean, The Bar is going to have to claw and fight all their best they can do. The Bar were able to defeat Enzo and Big Cass at Clash of Champions, and that's when Big Cass and Enzo had to, break up their tag team. And then at the end of the night, we saw Big Cass put Enzo through the window shield of the limbo. So it's interesting to see what Enzo and Big Cass are going to go from here, honestly. We know they're broken up. We know Big Cass will have a match next week after what he did to Enzo, but, I mean, Enzo's not going to be here for a long time, especially getting powerbombed through the windshield. As here we go. Cesaro and Jason Jordan going to kick us off here. Cesaro going to work on that neck area. Jason Jordan. Both of these men are tremendous athletes. Jason Jordan having that tremendous wrestling background. As here goes Cesaro looking to fly. Oh! Double forearm taking down Jason Jordan once again. So since we cannot have Batista taking on Brock Lesnar in the main event tonight, we will have Samoa Joe taking on Bray Wyatt one-on-one in a non-title matchup. And this is what we could possibly see at SummerSlam. Bray Wyatt versus Samoa Joe has not been announced yet from our general manager Kurt Angle as of yet, but it could be down the line. Hopefully it will be, because I'd love to see that match once again. At Clash of Champions, we saw Bray Wyatt outlast Dean Ambrose and Samoa Joe to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Bray Wyatt's been doing quite well for himself the last couple months. And he hasn't had to really needed any help from the Bludgeon Brothers of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. So, I mean, if you don't even need your family, honestly, then you're doing quite well for yourself. But I'm sure if he needs to, he'll pull him out whenever he needs to. I'm sure he's talking to the Bludgeon Brothers, talking about how he wants them to be the tag team champions down the line at least, because Harper and Rowan, two big men, absolutely have a lot to look forward to in a tag team.
What made him think that was a good idea? When the Swiss Superman is signed to compete in a match, the
Cesaro, what is he thinking? Gonna work on that right shoulder. Gonna work on it some more here. As Jason Jordan reversal taking him down there. As now Jason Jordan gonna try and get some offense in here on Cesaro. Oh, but no, Cesaro with a nice gut wrench suplex counter. And that's what Cesaro brings to the table. You know, when we first started Monday Night Raw, Cesaro and Sheamus were just a random tag team or random singles competitors that were put together. And now they're finally the tag team champions. We'll see how long the Bar can hold on to those tag team titles, as there's a lot of people going to be in line for a title shot down the line. Maybe the Revival, the Hardy Boys, you know, a bunch of big tag teams here on Monday Night Raw. As Jason Jordan with an armbar here, will Cesaro tap out in the middle of that ring? Oh, Cesaro's able to power out of it. Very curious to see how much damage was done to that arm. It's a big takedown there from Jason Jordan. And still to come tonight, we got Paige going one-on-one with Bayley. A little competitive action there. We know Bayley and Paige were part of that triple threat match to determine the #1 contender, to see who would face Alexa Bliss at Clash of Champions. Sasha Banks would go on to win that. And also, you guys know Sasha Banks is the new women's champion. She'd go on to defend it last week here on Monday Night Raw, defeating Alexa Bliss once again. So we got to find out who will be facing Sasha Banks for that Raw Women's Championship, as Jason Jordan, will he be able to get an upset victory? Oh, of course not. Sheamus right there to support his tag team partner. The referee's got to do something. He may have to throw him out. As, oh, look at Jason Jordan. Look at the strength of this young man. Oh, my God. You know, Cesaro can show off his strength, and so can Jason Jordan. Both of these men are very strong. And we also know Cesaro, one of the best men. If he'd ever decided to eventually go down the singles path once again, he could be a world champion, honestly. He has all the characteristics. And I would love to see him become a champion, a big universal champion, or maybe if he gets traded down the line, anything can happen here in WWE. But, I mean, I'd love to see Cesaro be a main event champion, WWE champion or universal champion. It doesn't matter to me. I think he has everything. And the world is a big uppercut there from the Swiss Cyborg. And the Swiss Cyborg has it all in control right now. Jason Jordan does not know where he's at the moment. Normally this is where he'd probably try and go for a tag, but right now he can't. And Chad Gable may be feeling the effects, because, I mean, if they're not going to be 100% heading into SummerSlam, then that's not going to be too good for the tag team. As Chad Gable will be facing Sheamus one-on-one next week. So we'll see what tag team will get the upper hand this week. Is Sheamus thinking Cesaro thinking sharpshooter, but Jordan able to get his hand on the ropes there just in time. Ooh, Jordan with a big kick to the face there. Can he capitalize? Unfortunately, he cannot. As now Cesaro going to work on that left arm, shoulder blade area. As hold on a minute. What is Cesaro going to go for the pinfall finally? Does he have enough to pin him? No, he cannot. And also, we have a huge Cruiserweight Championship matchup tonight. The Brian Kendrick takes on Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Cesaro is on the attack now.
And I'm expecting Neville to put up one hellacious fight against Brian Kendrick. I mean, Kendrick was able to outlast Cedric Alexander, and also at the NXT TakeOver, he was able to outlast Gran Metalik. So if he can defeat Neville, then you may consider Brian Kendrick one of the best cruiserweights of all time. As Jason Jordan and Cesaro going at it, still beating the living hell out of each other. As here comes Cesaro with that snap suplex. Will that be enough? 2. No, Jordan able just to kick out just in time there. And after what happened last week, after Kevin Owens came out and attacked Miz, after it was supposed to be Miz and Sami Zayn last week, it's going to be Miz taking on Kevin Owens as that European uppercut connects. Will this be enough for a 3 count? 2. No. 2.5. And this young man is putting up a fight. A lot of men just would, just take that loss there. But Jason Jordan's that competitor that pulled it all on the line here. As the Swiss Cyborg going to look for the sharpshooter again. He has him in the middle of the ring. Will Jason Jordan tap out? Yes, he does. Very unfortunate for Jason Jordan here tonight. He put up a fight, but Cesaro gets it done by defeating American Alpha's Jason Jordan. It was a pretty good match. And if this is a sign of the things to come at SummerSlam, this should be a hellacious match. And we'll see if Chad Gable can get American Alpha on the board. See if they can defeat Sheamus next week here on Monday Night Raw. As SummerSlam is just 2 weeks away. And normally we see Cesaro hitting neutralizers, but here tonight he was hitting those devastating European uppercuts and also hitting a couple sharpshooters. So Cesaro testing a little bit of different offensive maneuvers here tonight. As Cesaro gets the big W here tonight, will he continue that momentum for the bar? We'll have to wait and find out. But we move on here tonight with some more singles action here on Monday Night Raw. Here we go with some women's action. It is Bayley taking on Paige. And maybe with a victory here, Bayley gets that shot against her best friend Sasha Banks. As we know, Paige recently came back. When it was just supposed to be Bayley and Sasha Banks' #1 contenders match, Paige would come out and basically attack Sasha Banks so they would have to restart the match. Paige would be added to a triple threat match the next week, and Sasha Banks would end up winning that triple threat match, then go on the following week to defeat Alexa Bliss, and then the week after, Sasha Banks would go on to defend against Alexa Bliss, and she would go ahead and defend it against her and win. So Sasha Banks is doing pretty good for herself, able to take out Alexa Bliss for now. Should be interesting to see if Bayley or Paige will be next in line. And how Paige has been acting lately, Paige is willing to do anything, honestly. Doesn't care what the fans think of her. She always says that this is her house and she's going to have to show it to us here tonight. If this is her house, she's going to have to defeat Bayley. And Paige has all the characteristics to be women's champion. She has the look, the moveset, everything. And even if she does act cocky and act like this is her house, Paige, you have to like what Paige brings to the table here to Monday Night Raw. And she's about to take on Bayley here one-on-one. We'll go ahead and see what's about to happen. You can see that confidence coming from Paige already, as here we go, one-on-one. Bayley versus Paige. Ooh, hard Irish whip into the corner there. That's got to hurt. Ooh, I thought she was going to throw her into the turnbuckle once again there, but as here we go, Bayley with a nice snap suplex. If you guys are just tuning in, we were supposed to have a huge main event in store for you, a monstrous main event. It was supposed to be Beast versus Animal. Batista taking on Brock Lesnar one-on-one in the main event of Monday Night Raw. It was slated to be one of the best main events you'd ever see here on Monday Night Raw, but unfortunately that did not happen here, as unfortunately Batista would go on to attack Brock Lesnar backstage, powerbombing him through a table and then hitting him with a Batista bomb. And then he'd bounce Brock Lesnar's face off a TV monitor in the back of the locker room. So, I mean, we're still waiting for our doctors to send us a word on what's going on backstage right now, but as of right now, we do not have a word, and hopefully we'll have word by the end of the night here tonight, as Paige is just bouncing Bayley's head off that top turnbuckle there. As now Paige getting Bayley up to her feet, gonna go for a suplex. No, Bayley trying to fight out of it. Yeah, and she does. Big suplex there. And like I mentioned, SummerSlam is just a couple of weeks away. We needed to find out who AJ Styles will be defending his Universal Championship. I mean, there's talks of Triple H cashing in his rematch clause for a couple weeks' time. We'll have to wait and find out. You know, Triple H is here tonight. I don't know if we'll get any word from him here tonight, but nonetheless, a lot of people are expecting Triple H to cash in his rematch clause and make it for SummerSlam, because it looks like Batista and Brock Lesnar going after each other, and I guess that would make sense for Triple H to, you know, get his rematch clause, as both of these women go back and forth here. And Bayley going to target that left knee there of Paige and just going to continue on the offensive. And this is what Bayley needs to do. We love her lovable side, loving to hug everyone here. But, I mean, when it comes to the ring, she needs to change that. She needs to be a little bit more aggressive. After that match and backstage and stuff like that, she can be lovable, Bayley, hug everyone. But, you know, Bayley needs to show that aggressive side. As, wait a minute, Paige, no. Oh, what a reversal there from Bayley. I think we were about to see maybe not the Rampage, but a different version that Paige likes to use, as a big elbow strike to Bayley. As, hold on a minute, are we going to see it now? Yes, we do. As the crowd wants to see some Bayley, but Bayley may be down and out of it. No, 2.5.
Nice kick out there.
For Anchorage, Alaska, this crowd is fired up. I would think they'd have a bunch of coats on, but, you know, honestly, it's good to see them fired up here. Hold on a minute. Paige with the Rampage. Oh my God, just dropping her right on her face. That may be all she wrote. Paige about to pull up a victory over Bayley here. Is this going to be it? Yes, it is. Paige with a big win here tonight over Bayley. And this is what Paige needs. Big win for Paige here tonight as we move on. And wait a minute. We're about to see some respect between both women. Okay, I mean, Bayley being the tremendous athlete that she normally is, being the Bayley that she is, giving props to Paige. And I guess that kind of means that Paige may be next in line for Sasha Banks' Women's Championship. You know, Bayley could have pouted about that victory, but, you know, that's not Bayley. As now we get on to some more action. It should be Miz taking on Kevin Owens. We're back with some more singles action here tonight. And Miz is looking for some revenge after what happened last week here on Monday Night Raw. If you guys missed last week on Monday Night Raw, make sure you go back and watch it. As it was scheduled, Kurt Angle would go backstage to start off Monday Night Raw, because Miz has been complaining he's not been on Monday Night Raw enough. So Kurt Angle told him, you know what, you'll be in action tonight against Sami Zayn. And, you know, after Sami Zayn would come out, and then when there was supposed to be Miz's music coming out, well, Kevin Owens had him by the back of the neck and just threw him out, and then a brawl would ensue between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So here tonight, Miz will be getting an opportunity to get some revenge against Kevin Owens. And Miz obviously bringing his gorgeous wife out here, Maurice. Usually we see the Miz Taraj with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. And maybe we'll see the Miz in that Cruiserweight Championship match to see if he helps them out or not, but I don't know. Kind of seems like Miz has been distancing himself away from Brian Kendrick, so I don't know if they're having a little fallout there or not. As here comes Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, part of the Jericho. I can't wait for this match. It should be a pretty good match between Miz and Kevin Owens. You never know what can happen. I mean, we know Miz may be a little bit more aggressive, obviously, with what happened last week, but with Owens bringing Jericho to ringside, I'm pretty sure he's done that because of, you know, maybe Sami Zayn's going to come out and come back after Kevin Owens. But we'll have to wait and find out as we get this bad boy underway. Here we go, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Here we go with a collar elbow tie-up. He's going to work on that left forearm for right now.
This is gonna be good. And man,
see that Miz, you can see Miz a little bit frustrated what happened. He was wanting to show the Raw locker room and the WWE universe what he could bring to the table here against Sami Zayn last week, but Kevin Owens, this ongoing rivalry that he has with Sami Zayn has just gotten really personal.
For those who are unfamiliar with him,
as Kevin Owens, okay, I thought he was going to go for a suplex there, but Miz was able to get out of the way there. As now Miz with a nice swinging neck breaker. And you got to be in that eerie feeling maybe Sami Zayn's going to show up here tonight. And I think that's why, like I mentioned, that Chris Jericho is out here, because Sami Zayn can, you know, go after Jericho and, you know, maybe distract Kevin Owens, and then Miz can pick up a victory. You never know. That could happen, or it could be just a normal one-on-one match. We'll have to wait and see as Miz connects with a huge DDT. And there's Miz rubbing it in the face of Kevin Owens there, and Maurice has got to love that. Love to see her husband dominating this match. As, hold on a minute, Kevin Owens. Oh, nice maneuver there from the big man, Kevin Owens. And still to come tonight, we have Neville challenging the Brian Kendrick one-on-one for the Cruiserweight Championship. And also, in the main event, since there is no Batista versus Brock Lesnar, it will be Bray Wyatt taking on Samoa Joe one-on-one in a non-title matchup. We'll have to see how that fares for both men as Kevin Owens is, come on Owens, just blatantly choking him in front of the referee. The referee just standing there like, oh, what do I do? Just, we need, you know what, maybe we just need to hire some different referees, you know. I'm not saying the referee's incompetent, but him just letting that happen. I mean, they do have a 5 count, but I mean, he was just standing there. He wasn't even checking up on Miz. And I'm not saying I really care for Miz, but I mean, every superstar, you know, deserve a little bit of a fair chance at least. As I don't know why Miz was taunting Owens there, but Owens may steal one here. No, and now Miz flipping it. Now Miz, 2. No, Miz almost stole one there from Kevin Owens. And now, oh my God, his neck and back after that. Oh my God, that looked like that absolutely hurt. As now Miz is gonna land that forearm. Like I mentioned, I may not be the biggest fan for Miz, but I mean, I'd like to see him get a little bit of a revenge after what Kevin Owens did to him. To the midsection, down goes Miz. Miz is in a bad spot. Cannonball. Cannonball into the corner. Miz is in a bad spot right now. Oh no. Kevin Owens. Is he thinking pump up powerbomb? Here we go. Has him up. Down goes Miz. There we go. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. And again, Kevin Owens gets the upper hand on the Miz 2 weeks in a row. As Kevin Owens pinfall victory. I don't know why Miz was taunting right there, to be honest. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity to show off what he could bring to Monday Night Raw, and him taunting just didn't work out. And this would be the downfall, especially with that cannonball, and then a huge pump-up powerbomb. Down goes The Miz, and Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho walk out with a victory here tonight. Doesn't look like Sami Zayn's going to come out at all, so it looks like Kevin Owens will get the upper hand on The Miz and Sami Zayn for the last couple weeks here. Now it's time to see if Neville can walk out with the Cruiserweight Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Here we go. Neville likes to call himself the king of the cruiserweights, and he's going to get an opportunity tonight as he takes on the Brian Kendrick for that Cruiserweight Championship. Being told Miz will not be out here for the Brian Kendrick, so seems like there's something going on between Kendrick and Miz possibly. Maybe Kendrick's outshadowing Miz, especially with the title right now. But Kendrick's going to have to do it all by himself, and Neville bringing that different attitude, it seems, out here tonight. More focused than ever right now. And this is a perfect opportunity to show why Neville is one of the best cruiserweights, one of the best wrestlers on this main event roster here. And talking about the Cruiserweight Champion, here comes Brian Kendrick. This man right here has been able to outlast most of the Cruiserweights on the roster. To at least name 2, with Cedric Alexander and Grand Metalik. And Neville is next in line currently, and we'll see if Kendrick will be able to outlast Neville. We know Neville has a tremendous suplex that he likes to put away opponents, and also he likes to hit that 450 splash off the top rope. So we'll see if Neville can get the job done here tonight. So it looks like our match is about to get underway right there for that Cruiserweight Championship. Rich Swann was our first ever Cruiserweight Champion, and Brian Kendrick would go on to beat him. And that, hold on a minute.
From Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 194 pounds, the king of the Cruiserweights, Neville.
And there's Neville. He is absolutely ready for this fight. You can tell.
Introducing the champion from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 174 pounds. He is the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, the Brian Kendrick.
And there is the veteran Brian Kendrick. You can never underestimate the champion, especially Brian Kendrick. This man can outthink you in so many ways. So here we go. Cruiserweight action. Brian Kendrick versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Here we go. That's Neville with a nice Northern Lights suplex to kick us off here on Monday Night Raw. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You're thinking about going for a Hurricane Rana possibly, and then Brian Kendrick turns it into a powerbomb. We'll see if Brian Kendrick can outlast Neville here. I think Brian Kendrick was thinking maybe about a springboard, but Neville was getting to his feet though, so he wasn't too sure to execute it or not. Okay, Neville able to walk out of the way after that possible drop kick attempt. Neville off the ropes here. Ooh, nice move there from Neville. Even keel so far, 50-50 so far. Going for a Hurricane Rana, that time it works. And Neville is taking it to Brian Kendrick here currently. Oh, nice forearm there. Here comes Neville. Looking for a suplex. Look at the strength. No, Kendrick with a reversal. And now it is Brian Kendrick's turn. Oh my God. What a brain buster taking down Neville there. And then a knee strike. Here comes Brian Kendrick. Oh, what a move there. And these cruiserweights are just battling, showing the whole WWE universe what they can bring to the table. And we know Neville is a main event talent, especially what he brings to the table. That high-flying offensive team. He can also be very aggressive whenever he needs to be. You know, he was part of that Raw Tag Team Tournament with Sami Zayn. They made it to the semifinals. They were at Clash of Champions. They'd go on to lose to the Hardy Boys, unfortunately, but either way, they put up a hellacious fight. We see Sami Zayn's dealing with Kevin Owens, and Neville is getting opportunity for the Cruiserweight Championship. As Neville rolls out of the ring, Brian Kendrick is in control right now as Neville charging the ring. But oh, Kendrick with a, oh my God, with a jab and then a knee strike. Oh my God. It's a bad spot to be for Neville there.
The challenger's starting to slow down a bit here.
And our main event still to come is Samoa Joe versus Bray Wyatt, one-on-one here tonight. A little taste of what maybe would come to SummerSlam. It's not been announced, but it's been on the mind of a lot of people, even these other announcers here in WWE. As hold on a minute, oh, going for a stomp it looked like, but Neville was able to get out of the way there. Oh, there you go. Neville one step ahead there of Brian Kendrick. And there's Neville, just rubbing it in the face of Brian Kendrick there. Oh, nice clothesline there from Neville. Neville telling Kendrick to get his ass up. Kendrick finally stirring right now. Oh, Neville's going to go after him now. Because Neville can only win this match by pinfall or submission. And if it ends in a count out or anything like that, then he's not able to win, unfortunately. He can put up all the offensive maneuvers he wants to, beat down the Brian Kendrick the most he wants to, but that may not work out as, what the hell? Oh, I was going to say, Neville was thinking about some high-flying offense, but, I mean, that was like 3/4 away. And if he would have tried to go for it and he missed, that could have been very devastating. As, oh my God, Neville just pressing Brian Kendrick over his shoulders and then dropping him on that apron. That's got to hurt the ribs area at least. And that could be softening him up for a 450 splash here in a little bit, possibly. As we are at a 5 right now. As oh no, not to the stage. And look at Kendrick gonna rub it in a little bit. We're at a 7 right now. Here we go. Nice Hurricane Rana. Back in the ring. We're now at an 8. Come on, Kendrick, get back to the ring, man. We're at a 9. And Neville gets a count-out victory. Very unfortunate for Neville. He put up one hell of a fight. But for Neville, he only gets a count-out victory. And maybe next week on Monday Night Raw, he'll get a rematch. But as of right now, he just gets a win over Brian Kendrick via a count-out. Main event time here. Bray Wyatt taking on Samoa Joe in a non-title matchup. And I'm just getting word about that outcome that we just saw between Neville and Brian Kendrick. Next week, we will see it in a one-on-one match. Falls count anywhere. No disqualifications. So that Brian Kendrick cannot weasel his way out of another match like that. I mean, I guess you could technically say that Neville was back in the ring and it's, you know, a normal count out. But I mean, maybe Brian Kendrick was technically setting that up, because we know Brian Kendrick, instead of throwing him back in the ring at the 6 count, he tossed him up towards the stage area on that ramp. He could have just tossed him back in the ring, but I think Kendrick was feeling that it was going to be the end of his title reign, and I think that's why he did that. So next week, Neville, Brian Kendrick rematch. Falls count anywhere, no disqualification, anything can happen. So we won't be able to run away. And talking about this match, Kurt Angle just has announced it will be Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt one-on-one at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship. So here tonight we get a little taste of what's to come. And here comes Samoa Joe, the Samoan Badass, the former Universal Champion. He lost to Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules, would lose to him once again at Money in the Bank. Brock Lesnar would end up losing it just a month or so later to Triple H, because Brock Lesnar seems like he wasn't 100%. Brock Lesnar would be out for a while and make his return at Clash of Champions. So we'll see if Samoa Joe will add another title to his repertoire. Already Universal Champion, former Universal Champion. We'll see if he can become a new Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam. And that match is going to be off the hook. Expect a lot of blood. Expect a lot of broken bones possibly, because these guys are going to tear down SummerSlam. As here we go, one-on-one contest, non-title matchup. Get a little taste of what's to come at SummerSlam. As here we go, Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt. Ooh, just wrenching that left elbow a little bit. That's going to hurt. Elbow, big elbow there. As, hold on, Samoa Joe. Uranagi already to Bray Wyatt. Both men have tremendous Uranagis, so I mean, that have a little bit of different repertoires, but I mean, their offenses are kind of the same in ways.
I can't wait to see how this one plays out, Michael. Both of these
Is
guys
Samoa Joe dominating in the early get-go. Going to go for a power slam here, but no. Bray Wyatt with a nice takedown. And we already have 2 matches announced for next week. We have the Chad Gable taking on Sheamus one-on-one, a part of that tag team match that we'll be seeing at SummerSlam, the Bar and the American Alpha. And we'll see a rematch between Brian Kendrick, Neville, Falls Count Anywhere for the Cruiserweight Championship. Brian Kendrick can't run away. As, look at this, just beating the living hell out of Samoa Joe right here. Boom! And also next week here on Monday Night Raw, we will have AJ Styles in action, as he will be taking on the Animal Batista. One-on-one non-title matchup. So we have a stacked card for you, just a couple weeks away from that SummerSlam pay-per-view. And talking about pay-per-views, this Sunday is Backlash, the SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view of Backlash. The main event, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Whoever comes out as champion would go on to face Bobby Roode for that WWE Championship. And we'll also see Roman Reigns defend against Dolph Ziggler in the United States Championship match, as well as New Day takes on the Club in a Tag Team Championship rematch. And we will also see Naomi taking on Charlotte in a very tremendous match, as we saw Charlotte beat Becky Lynch last week on SmackDown Live to earn that opportunity. And we'll also see Braun Strowman and Rusev as well. So we have a stacked card for Backlash, so make sure you guys stay tuned and see what will be coming your guys' way at Backlash. And also on SmackDown Live, the go-home show, we'll see Nakamura taking on Randy Orton. We'll see if Randy Orton can get some momentum heading in to Backlash. As Bray Wyatt rubbing it in the face of the crowd. He knows he has the momentum over Samoa Joe here currently. Oh, big punch. Oh, and down goes Samoa Joe at ringside. A bad spot to be if you're Samoa Joe right now. Ooh, big clothesline there. Down goes Bray. Bray will do anything to hold on to that Intercontinental Championship. And if he really has to, I'm sure he'll order Luke Harper and Eric Rowan to come out if he needs to. There's a back body drop to the outside. As we are at a 4, we got to watch out for another count out. That'd be very unfortunate if we saw that. As we are at a 5 now. This is the same referee from last match, so this referee does tend to count a little bit faster. Some refs do count a little bit slower, but not this one. And Bray Wyatt's just taking it all in. This crowd's saying Bray's going to kill you. As a Samoa Joe able to reverse there. Big punch there. Face to face. And Bray, no, Samoa Joe. Guys know each other quite well, so they're going to know each other's offensive maneuvers. Oh, back suplex taking down Bray Wyatt, your Intercontinental Champion. As now Bray Wyatt with his own reversal. Back and forth as look at Bray Wyatt once again choking Samoa Joe here. As here we go with a pinfall. Will this be enough? No, 2.5. As here comes Bray Wyatt, forearms to the back there. Looks like maybe Samoa Joe's left knee may be hurting him here. As here we go, big takedown there from Joe. And now Joe just going to stomp away at the midsection there. We know Joe loves to use that Coquina clutch. He does use a muscle buster from time to time, so Bray needs to be careful here.
Before it actually comes.
As now what is Samoa Joe trying to do to Bray Wyatt? He has him on the ropes now. Figuratively and emotionally here. As Bray Wyatt's in a bad spot here. Oh no, look at these knee strikes from Joe. Big knee strikes, and down goes Bray Wyatt to the outside.
I thought there was a misprint. There's no way this superstar deserves such a favorable ranking.
Samoa Joe is dominating this matchup. Oh, as soon as I say that, Bray Wyatt takes advantage. We'll see if Bray can get back in this matchup as Joe throws Bray Wyatt back in the ring. These are just two badasses beating the living hell out of each other, and we're going to see another match between these two at SummerSlam. Hold on a minute. Bray Wyatt, Uranagi, down goes Joe. Damn, that looked like that hurt. Especially with some whiplash there. As now, a big headbutt there from Bray. And this is a bad spot for Joe to be at right now. Bray Wyatt just working on Samoa Joe's head right now. And whoever loses this match can go back and study their film, see what exactly went wrong for him. And right there, Sister Abigail, is that it? 1, 2, no, Joe able to somehow kick out. And look at Bray Wyatt. He cannot believe it. Bray thought he had him. I honestly don't know how Joe's fighting right now. And now Joe, what is he thinking? Thinking about a power slam here. Bray Wyatt's trying to fight out of it, and he does. Oh, and a big punch taking down Joe there. As now Joe getting attacked by Bray Wyatt on that left knee area. Ooh, and then a big boot to the midsection there. It's Bray Wyatt just going to take some time right now, rub it in. Just talk some trash. And now he's going to connect with these devastating elbows right in the shoulder blade area. Oh no, not again. Bray Wyatt, Uranagi to Samoa Joe. That has to be it this time. 1, 2. Oh, what? The referee kind of looked like he stopped the count there, but he only got a 2.5.
He's in a tough spot here, Corey.
As now Samoa Joe has some life after a possible mess up by the referee there. There's a big takedown there. And now Bray Wyatt going to work on the knee there. And continue to fight here. As Bray Wyatt, what's he thinking? Oh, a gut buster. Oh my God. Oh no. If he hits it, this is going to be game over for Joe. Sister Abigail once again. Is it this time though? Bray Wyatt going to make sure he's not close to the ropes. Does Bray Wyatt get a big victory over his opponent at SummerSlam? 2. No. Again. Samoa Joe kicked out of 2. 2 Sister Abigails. As Joe needs to get something going right now. Oh, and that may help him. Bray Wyatt's busted wide open. As now here comes Samoa Joe. Now it's his turn for a Uranagi. As what does Joe have to do on offense now? I'm thinking possibly the Coquina clutch. But he just continues to stomp away at Bray Wyatt. He's already taken 2 Sister Abigails. If he takes the one more, it's going to be game over.
Just a matter of time now before this
Wait a minute. Was he thinking Uranagi there? Or not Uranagi, but Kokita Clutch. Headbutt. And now here comes Bray Wyatt tossing the big man Samoa Joe. And Bray Wyatt's in that place right now. If you guys are tuning in, this is your main event of Monday Night Raw right now. It was supposed to be Brock Lesnar and Batista, but Batista would attack Brock Lesnar backstage. As now, big takedown there, and Batista will be in action next week against AJ Styles. As Samoa Joe, what does he have in mind for Bray Wyatt here? Uh-oh, Kokita Clutch. Can he connect? Can he do it? He's got it in. Will Bray Wyatt tap? He's very close to the ropes. Will Bray Wyatt tap? Yes, he does. Bray Wyatt taps out. What a Kokita Clutch there from Samoa Joe. And this is a little taste of what's to come at SummerSlam. Samoa Joe with a big victory. What an upset victory, actually. And look at Bray Wyatt's a little pissed off. And whoa! Bray Wyatt just, he's going to definitely get fined for that. That's not supposed to happen at all. He's definitely going to get fined for that. Lose quite a bit of money there. As Samoa Joe gets a big victory to end Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt not too happy, knocking out a referee. And yeah, Kurt Angle's going to have to definitely fine him. Maybe even suspend him for next week's Monday Night Raw. But either way, we get a little taste of what's to come in a couple weeks at SummerSlam. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more WWE 2K18 Universe Mode.